morning children, hope you all are doing good. So children, today I am going to explain you what are the effects of heat on the matter. Okay, so we all know whenever we provide heat to the matter, whether it is solid, liquid or gas, it expands. Okay, and when it expands, what will happen? It increases its size, and or in the other hand you can say that it increases the intermolecular space between the molecule, and it also increases the movement also. Okay, so with the effect of heat, kinetic energy will also increase and the intermolecular space between the molecule will also increase. Like you can see this three pictures have given. One beaker, one of this beaker is having solid particle. Okay, another one is having the liquid, and the third one is having the gas. So whenever we provide heat to the solid compound or liquid compound or the gaseous compound, it will increase its intermolecular space. So what molecule will do? Molecule will move from one form to another form. So here they are giving example of the solid. So whenever we provide heat to the solid, like for example ice, we know that whenever we keep ice at room temperature, it absorbs the heat from the surrounding of the room, and it turn into a liquid state of matter. The same thing, and if you will that liquid, whenever if you will just keep on the stove, if you will provide more heat, then what will happen? It will boil at 100 degrees Celsius water, and it will turn in the vapor form. So that is the third picture they are showing. So solid can by heating it can convert into liquid and further water vapor. So you should know. Now in the third line it is written, the changes in which the size, shape or state of matter changes is called physical changes. Okay, so a definition of physical changes are given, that the changes in their size, shape and state of matter, like I said, solid to liquid, liquid to vapor, is called the physical change. Okay, so the melting of ice, boiling of water, these are the examples of physical change. Now in such changes there is no change in the chemical composition of matter. Okay, so chemically it will not change, as so in case of the ice, the formula of water will be H2O only. Okay, so as we all know, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. The formula will be H2O. Even in the liquid state, the formula of water will be H2O, and in the gaseous state, the water vapor state, the formula of H2O water will be the H2O. So the formula will never change. So that's why they have written here that chemical composition will not change. On the other hand, what is the definition of chemical change? The change in which the chemical composition of changes and new substance is formed. So for example, if we are burning a paper, so we all know that whenever we burn the paper, it will turn into ashes. Okay, and again we will not convert that ash into the paper again, normal paper or original paper again. So that is the definition of or example of chemical changes. There are so many, all the type of burning of fuels, all comes under this chemical change. Now how it matters. So few activities are also given in your book related to these effects of change on the matter. We can prove it also. So change in size and expansion of matter. Expansion of matter means this distribution of molecules. Okay, so how matter can expand? When it will absorb the heat, the molecules will increase its kinetic energy and they will start moving in all the directions. Okay, as we all know the properties of solid also, liquid also, gases also. So when any form of matter is heated, its particle gain energy and it start moving apart. So you can say ice can easily convert into ice. Solid, it is a solid matter, and we know that solids have the closely packed molecules. So but when we will provide the heat, the molecules break down, the forces between the molecules will break down, cohesive force will decrease and they will start moving away from each other. Now this increases the space, so we can see this, it will increase the space also, and like this this solid can expand. The same way when we condense the water vapor, okay, this is a reversible process, we can convert it back. So when we will condense the this water vapor, we will get the liquid, and when we will freeze it, when we will cool it, it will again convert into the ice form. So you should know. Alright, so the reverse happens on cooling and the matter comes back to its original size. This expansion of matter on heating is called thermal expansion. So you can underline this line also, that the expansion of matter on heating is called thermal expansion. Thermal means heat. Okay, so thermal expansion is the least, it is very least in the solid, more in the liquid, and the most very high in the gases. So as because in the solid we know the arrangement of molecule are different in all the three. So in the solid it is very high, tightly packed, high cohesive force is there. In the liquid, least cohesive force is there, and in the gases, negligible cohesive force is there. So it is written also. So you know all these things are related to the intermolecular forces, their arrangement of the molecules. So now few activities are given in your book, like you can say, you can see here that activity number 4, to prove that solid metal, any metal like copper wire is there, that is also example of the metal. Okay, expand on heating. So here you can see one ring is there, metal ring is there, okay, in this first picture, and one metal ball is there. So metal, both are, metal is solid, as we all know that metal property is solid, they are rigid, they are hard. Okay, so you can see the difference in the size. Metal ball is little bit of the exact size, okay, of this metal ring. They both are exact size. So that's why you know it is we cannot fix it, it will not go inside this metal ring. So our aim is to fix the metal ring. Okay, so when this metal ball is unable to this fix into this metal ring, then what we should do, we should heat it. So with the help of candle, with the help of burner, by any other heating means, we should heat it. And whenever we will heat it, what will happen, this metal ring, we have to heat the metal ring. Okay, remember this, we have to heat the metal ring so that it will expand. Okay, so expand means, I told you, it will increase the size of the size or shape of this metal ring. Okay, so whenever we will heat it, after heating, what will happen, when this ring will increase in size, and then immediately we have to fix the metal ball inside this ring. Okay, so just you have to take a metal ring, pass the metallic ball, and you will see it will not go. But when you with the help of this pair of tongs and hold the metal ball and heat it for 5 to 6 minutes, then you are easily able to fix the metal ball into this metal ring. Why? Because due to the heat, the metal ring increases the size, it expands and can easily pass the this ball. Okay, so through this experiment or activity, we can say that solids expand on heating. So this activity is proving that solid ball, which is a solid, can it also work. Okay, this expansion, thermal expansion, also work in the case of solid state of matter. So solid also expand on heating. All right, solid, this metal ring. Now in the activity number 5, we will see how liquids expand on heating. So liquid is another state of matter. So for this we need a few materials, like you can see here, we need a test tube, colored water, we need a cork so that we can fix it, capillary tube we need, and Bunsen burner so that we can heat the liquid, test tube holder to hold the test tube. So here you can see the Bunsen burner is there, tripod stand, they have kept the test tube which is having the colored water, you can see, rubber stopper is there, cork will be there, it is not showing here, it is not properly labeled diagram, and this glass tube will be there, okay, which is also a capillary tube, okay. So what we should do, we have to fill half test tube with water, colored water, and we have to fix the test tube with the help of cork, okay. Now we have to insert this glass capillary tube into the test tube, as you can see in the first picture. So before heating also they are showing, and after heating also. So then we have to fix the capillary tube in such a way that it will dip in the water. So we have to dip it up to a level of the surface, that little bit that inner layer we have to, or surface we have to fix this capillary tube. Now we have to mark the level of the water. So initial level means before heating we have to mark, okay, whenever we will fix the capillary tube or glass tube, we will mark that the level of the water, okay. So initial level, initial means before heating level, okay, and this is the final level means after heating. So initial level we have to mark it, and then we have to heat it, and after heating what we will find, again we will check this final level, okay. We have to see that after heating water rises or not. So you can see here the initial level is here down the capillary, but the final level is this topmost part of the capillary. So we can easily see. Now hold the test tube with the help of test tube holder and warm it. Warm means little heat it, and note the final level of the water. So whenever we will do this activity by fixing this apparatus and just check the initial level and the final level, we will get the difference. We can see the difference, like here below, here top level. So we can also say that the level of the water also increases or rises in the capillary tube after heating. So liquids also expands on heating. So this is simply this is proving that solid also and liquid also expands on heating. Now what about the gases? So the next activity they are showing, you can see here, they have the one bottle which is having the cold water and one balloon, okay. Then in the second picture they have the hot water, and in the bottle they have in the bottle they have fixed the mouth of the bottle with the balloon, like you can see, okay. And this bottle is empty, okay. Whenever anything is empty, we are saying, we usually say that nothing is there, this is empty bottle, but nothing is empty, you know. In our surrounding we have air. So in an empty glass, even though it is empty, but air is filled, we cannot see the air, it is a transparent, okay. So nothing is empty. If in an empty bottle also air is filled, but we cannot see the air. Alright children, so please this is the activity. What we should do, we should take one bottle, empty bottle, and fix this balloon like this, okay. And first just keep it like this, or you can keep it in a straw or in a this tray, a cold water also if you want to see. If you will place a cold water, then what will happen? Nothing will happen. The size of the balloon will remain the same only, it will not inflate, okay. In the again, if you are providing the hot water here, okay, if you will place this water into the hot water, what will happen? You will see that soon this the balloon expands, as it is written also, or inflate, okay. So because of the movement of the particles. So you can see earlier the particles are there here only, okay, and when we are just applying the hot water, what will happen? The particles its kinetic energy increases, due to that particles are moving into the inside the balloon also, and it is resulting in the increase in the size of the balloon, okay. So you can see here, now the air inside the bottle become warm when the bottle is kept in hot water. This makes the water expand in and inflates the balloon, okay. So you can see through this earlier this there are no molecules, and afterwards they are showing in the second picture molecules of the air. Alright, so this. Okay, so you know the thermometer that we use to measure our body temperature is also based on the principle of thermal expansion. You know our thermometer is having the liquid metal that is called mercury. Okay, mercury is the only metal which is in the liquid state. So whenever you know it that thermometer come in contact with our body heat or temperature, what will happen? That metal rises up into the capillary tube. So through that we can easily record the temperature. So that also, that thermometer also works on the capillary action, or you can say based on the principle of the thermal expansion. Okay, so there are so many examples are there. The same way, you know, our lid of the jam and pickle sometimes we find difficult, it also become tight, airtight, okay, completely very tight, due to this thermal expansion also. So here in this picture also they are again showing the expansion of metal on heating. So we can fix this metal clamp, and what we can do, we can again check the activity of metal. You know it is a solid, so we can easily check that before it is not able to pass through it, but afterwards we can after heating we can, this metal ball can easily fix into this metal ring. So this is also a very good diagram you can understand if you are unable to understand in that activity number 4. Now children, you know there is a fact, this thermal expansion is very important, and it is you know it works on the metals, as you know, it solid, liquid and gases all can expand easily with the effect of this heat. Now you know people generally leave gaps. You all have seen the railway tracks and all, and they are having the gaps. Okay, so why gaps are left between the railway track? So railway track are made up of metal, iron basically. So what happened due to the heat, and they are the under the sun. So due to the sun heat, what will happen, that metal or the track can also they can expand, that metal can expand, and it will that bend the track also, and due to that accident can happen, because in the under the heat metal expands. So due to this thermal expansion property, what the people, the engineers has done, they have designed the track like this, that they left some gaps, so that due to the thermal expansion the tracks will remain in the it will not merge with it, and it will not increase in size, and so that trains can easily run through it. Okay, this so read this amazing fact also. So children, today I have explained you what is the effect of heat on solids, liquid and gases. And remember always that when we will apply the heat, it will, what it will do, it will increase in the size. Okay, and intermolecular with the effect of it, intermolecular force will also increases, and kinetic energy also increase. So thank you children, have a nice day children, and God bless you.